Welcome to Divine Intel. And this morning it is 6:10 a.m. Pacific time. Too early for me. Kerry McCoy and Sheila are not. They had the day. They had the weekend free, so they're not gonna be here in my show. But I want you guys to understand that this is a warning. Also, this is a confirmation of my intel. I'm going to make sure that you understand what's the confirmation of my intel, because I've been warning you for more than 3 years or more, even 4 years, I believe, that they're going to bring us back to zero. This video is called Incoming Banking Fiasco. And as you can see, the Bank of America is right there in the cover of my video. But since this information is very critical, I will have to do it bilingual. So please allow me to explain in Spanish too. Este video es crítico y necesito también darlo en español, aún para la gente y los idiotas que me odian a mí, porque los quiero también. Este video se llama El fiasco que se acerca de la industria bancaria. Y aquí estás viendo el Banco de América. Ahorita te voy a explicar lo que va a pasar. Alright guys, so here we go. This is a breaking news. It's all over the news now. And it says like this. Bank of America customers opens mobile application and finds an extra $2.45 billion. Bloomberg, days after the Citigroup Inc. made headlines for accidentally sending $900 million to a group of lenders, a Bank of America corporation customer in Massachusetts opened his account to find an even bigger cash infusion, $2.45 billion. But the money was never really there. Listen to what he says. The money was never really there. And I'm going to tell you why. Because money is digital. They create money out of nothing because everything is digital. Nothing has value. Voy a explicar esto después que termine de explicarlo en inglés. This was the display error and nothing more than that. Bank of America spokesman Bill Haldane said it's been corrected. The customer psychiatrist Blaise Aguirre said that the initially figured Bank of America will discover the error himself. When that didn't happen, he reached out to his relationship manager to inquire about the mysterious money showing up on both the web and his phone mobile application. This week, after being contacted by Bloomberg, the bank fixed the issue with Aguirre's Merrill Lynch account. It hasn't been easy for Citigroup in his role as an administrative agent on a loan to Revlon Inc. to erase mistaken payments sent to the cosmetic giant's lenders, while some willingly sent back the funds to the bank has been locked in a bitter legal battle with the hedge funds, including Brightgate Capital Management and HPS. Investment partners which refused to return the payments. Benjamin Feinstein, a lawyer for Brightgate and HPS, told a judge in proceeding this week that the firms don't concede the transfer was a mistake. Are you reading? Let me put it back. Let me give you a little bit more zoom to this, because I want you guys to read the same way I'm going to read. All right, it says right here. Benjamin Firestone, a lawyer of Brightgate and HPS, told a judge in proceedings this week that the firms don't concede the transfer was a mistake. They don't concede that the transfer was a mistake. I'm going to repeat it again. They do not concede that the transfer was a mistake. It was manipulated. In proceedings, Citigroup, for his part, said the fund's action threatened the integrity of administrative agency function and trust in the global banking system. At Bank of America, the multi-billion-dollar mishap wasn't the first involving customer accounts. Earlier this month, the lender had a temporary display issue that caused some online and mobile banking clients to see inaccurate balances. That mistake, however, wasn't a potential lucrative as Agust's $2.45 billion mirage. Their accounts were showing balance of what? Of zero. Didn't I tell you they're gonna bring us back to zero? Yes, they're gonna bring us back to zero. Imagine if this thing happened when the RB happened. Imagine that you go to any bank, forget about the Bank of America, forget about it, okay? Just imagine. Imagine if the RB happened today, just imagine. We all hope that it happens today, right? Good. Imagine if the RB happens today and all of you go to the big bank, because big banks are the ones who are going to exchange, right? So you go back to the big bank, you grab your money, you do your deposit, and all of a sudden the next day it disappeared. You broke again. Just imagine if you do that, if you exchange right now and you leave your money in the bank thinking, my God, my life just changed, and the next day it's gone. They can do that. I've been telling you, I've been warning you for more than 4 years. They have a plan to deceive millions of people not to exchange. Did I contradict myself? As you know, this is not the first time it's been happening. I've been reporting it all over the world. India, England, Mexico, and here in the United States, where people have been watching their balance going to zero. So what is happening? I will tell you exactly what is happening. But before I tell you what is happening, let me just address something that came out in my chat room, Benny and the Jets. One of the guys that I respect a lot, I'm not bashing him, I'm not even going to mention his name. He usually, put his intel in my chat room. I really like a lot his intel. But I noticed that this guy said it's scheduled that the quantum financial system, the QFS, will start this coming September 1st. I don't have an idea where he got this intel. I don't know where he got it from. I'm not going to contradict myself. And for those trolls and those enemies who always insult me, I'm not contradicting myself. Go ahead and attack me again. I have read your insults. I have read all your insults. Go ahead, do it again. The more you insult me, the more closer I am to my Lord. I'm going to give you this warning. Facts don't care about your feelings. I really doubt, and I'm going to be explaining it again, I really doubt the quantum financial system will start on September the 1st. Why? Because bankers don't introduce financial systems or anything new unless they need a justification. Why would that be needed, a justification to have a QFS? Because you need to understand, people, that you need to use logic. If they're going to use a new system, they need the whole world to say, yes, I want to have that one. I want to have the same system. They're not going to just say, okay, it looks pretty nice, but I don't need it. That's not the way the world works, guys. It doesn't. So I want you to please stop listening to gurus, because gurus don't know shit about economy. They don't know nothing about what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The only way they can introduce this artificial intelligence financial system is by crisis. Did I contradict myself? No, I don't think so. What the crisis will be? Banks deleting accounts massively and bring the whole world back to zero. That will be the justification to introduce a new financial system, not before. If you really think that these bankers are going to do it the nice way, you are a retard. You've been brainwashed by the gurus. They are not going to let this thing happen in the nice way, people. And I don't care how many times I'm right, my enemies and my trolls keep attacking me. Because they know I'm right, don't you? So what's going to happen? They are preparing to report that they were hacked, or they have a huge glitch in their system. Okay? And then millions of accounts will back to zero. No one will be able to get any money out until the problem is resolved. Would it ever even be resolved? I even doubt it. Yes, you hear me that. I even doubt that they're going to come out with a fix of this problem. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they can use this same crisis to bring something that many of you are waiting for. Debt forgiveness. You see? Is my debt forgiveness this so-called Nezara Gezara bullshit that all of you are praising the same? No, retards, no. The Nezara Gezara, whatever you want to call it, is an agenda, and it's not going to be implemented just like the way they've been telling you. You are retard to believe the bullshit in the fairy tales.
How dare you?
They will not justify to forgive you your debts unless there's an emergency, an urgency, a justification for you not to pay your bills, anything you own. That's the way they're going to do it. So, one more time, for you not to be confused, they are getting prepared to report one or two things. They can even come out with three things, believe it or not. They're getting ready for them to report that they either got attacked by some kind of a cyber attack criminal that caused everybody going back to zero, and they cannot find not even the records of your money, because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to erase everything, and they say, oops, I don't know if you have money. I don't even know, I don't have no record how much money you have.
How dare you?
They can either report that they're going to have a cyber attack, or they're going to report that their servers were lost. Are you listening? They're going to report that their server will lost for one way or another. Maybe somebody stole them. Maybe somebody break into their to secure sites and all of a sudden remove everything. Anything can happen. Because they've been designed, people, to deceive you. I want you to remember also the prophetic dream of Pastor Dana Coverstone. I had it on my show. He said that he dreamed that the roof of the banks were pulled out and all the money was coming out like some kind of an alien ship just suck it all from the top of the roof. In the middle of a chaos and panic in the United States, in the middle of a so-called civil war. Think about that. Can that be this fiasco coming out? Anything can happen, people. Anything can happen. So what can you do? Legally, I cannot tell you what you should do. I want you to understand that, and I'm going to repeat it again. Legally, I cannot tell you what to do, but I can share with you what Benny Wilson, will do. I will move my money from my bank. It's a big bank. You need to recognize which are the big banks. And I will move it to credit unions. Credit unions or community banks. But before I do that, I will make sure that this credit union and community banks are not owned by the cabal, because the cabal also owns credit unions and community banks. So how would I know that? Simple. I will do something that many of you cannot do, that because all the time you depend on the guru. Don't depend on me or any guru. Because even if I am an expert in banking, I cannot tell you what to do legally. But this is what I will do. I will ask questions. Are you owned by a big bank? I will do my research. I will Google who owns this credit union, who owns this community bank. I will do whatever it takes to find out that this bank is safe. Not that to mention that every bank is safe, because not every bank is safe. Don't get me wrong. I just want to minimize my loss. Are you listening? I want to minimize my loss. Meaning that I may lose some money, but it's not going to be everything. That's what I will do. I will do that right now. I'm not going to wait for this stupid RB to happen. You can accuse me for use profanity, for being Catholic, for not speaking English right. You can accuse me for every little shit your brain retard can come out with. But you cannot accuse me for trying to help you. Because if you do, watch what's going to happen to you. Because there's people out there who hate you so much, they don't see the real reasons why I say these things. They wake up in the morning and they look at the roof of their homes and they say, man, I wonder who am I going to fuck around? That's the people that I'm dealing with every single day. Trolls. People who the only thing they know is to attack, to hate. That's what I have to deal every single day. So let's go back to this news. This is reality, people. And many of you have been brainwashed by the gurus that telling you that the QFS is the most secure system in the world. And you're not going to worry about anything. Do you really believe that bullshit? Do you really believe that nothing bad is going to happen to you because you are so holy? You've been covered by the blood. Watch. Watch. So this is my warning. I've been showing you, giving you hints. What's coming. They're going to bring us back to zero. They're going to commit the incoming fiasco. The banking fiasco. After that banking fiasco happened, then they will introduce us to the so-called beautiful QFS, the quantum financial system. That's the way they're going to do it. Not before. not before. Your money is not secure, even after DRB. Are you listening? Your money is not secure, even after you exchange. And why? Because I don't want to contradict myself. The devil, the enemy, will try to kill your baby, the blessing you exchange, before you exchange, during you exchanging, and after you exchange. So we need to watch for ourselves. We need to cover our assets, because things are not going to be pretty. But many of you are being brainwashed by the gurus that everything will be just fine. Everything will be secure. I can see it because many of your comments are coming for a retard mind. I even seen some people calling themselves bankers. I'm telling you the truth. They're calling themselves bankers, then they say, oh, my contacts are telling me that nothing of this is going to happen. Watch. Watch. You people have been brainwashed by the gurus for many, many years. You haven't learned from your past. We saw that big fiasco back in 2008 when all the banks called themselves broke. Remember that? And George Bush just signed a blank check to all the banks, billions and billions of dollars, with no condition. Are you listening? With no condition. And what did the banks did? They took your home. They kicked you out. They didn't care about you. They will never care about you. 1.5 million people end up in the streets, homeless. But no. You trust the quantum financial system, don't you? Everything will be so secure, isn't it? You haven't learned shit about your past. Therefore, you're going to repeat it in the present. And watch. I'm going to be sitting down, watching you cry, coming in the news. What did this to me? Why? I was so rich and then all of a sudden I lost all my money. Watch. Watch.
How dare you?
This is the truth, people. This is my truth. Your truth can be different. I'm not your daddy. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay? You can do anything you want to do, people. If you want to believe me, fine. If you don't want to believe me, fine. All right? So, let me go through this in Spanish. It's going to be quick. Be patient because I'm about to tell you something else. Ok, hermano, vamos a hablar ahorita en español. Lo voy a decir bien rápido. Por pura coincidencia, supuestamente, mandaron más de 2.45 mil millones de dólares a una cuenta de un cliente. Así de nada. Después de que el Citigroup apareciera en los titulares de enviar accidentalmente 900 millones de dólares a un grupo de prestamistas, un cliente del Banco de América en Massachusetts abrió su cuenta para encontrar una inyección de efectivo de mayor de 2.400 mil millones de dólares. Pero el dinero nunca estuvo realmente allí. ¿Y sabes por qué nunca estuvo realmente allí? Porque todas las transacciones que se hacen digitales en computadoras. Esto fue un error de visualización y nada más que eso, dijo el portavoz del Banco de América, Bill Halding. Se ha corregido, dice él. El cliente, que es un psiquiatra, Blaise Aguirre, dijo que inicialmente pensó que el Banco de América descubriera el error en sí cuando eso no sucedió. Se acercó a su gerente de relaciones para preguntarle sobre el misterioso dinero que aparece tanto en la webcam con la aplicación de móvil de su teléfono. Esta semana, después de ser contactado por Bloomberg, el banco solucionó el problema con la cuenta de Merrill Lynch de Aguirre. No ha sido tan fácil para Citigroup. en su papel de agente administrativo de préstamo de Revlon, borrar los pagos erróneos enviados en los prestamistas y de gigantes de los cosméticos. Si bien algunos devolvieron voluntariamente los fondos, el banco ha visto envuelto en una amarga batalla legal con los fondos que cobertura, incluidos Brigade Capital Management, HPS, Investment Partners, que se niegan a devolver los pagos. Benjamin Farrington, abogado de Brigade, dijo que este juez, que en los procedimientos de esta semana que la firma no reconoce que la transferencia fue ¿qué? Un error. Ellos afirman que la transparencia no fue un error. Ahora te voy a decir lo que va a pasar. Yo les vengo diciendo por más de 3 años, creo que son 4 años en realidad, que los bancos, el cabal, nos van a regresar a cero. ¿Cero qué? Cero balance. Para muchos de ustedes se les ha dicho tanta mentira que el QFS, el Quantum Financial System, el sistema nuevo financiero cuántico, será el sistema más seguro del mundo. Te han visto la cara de idiota. Te voy a decir por qué. Número 1, los banqueros o el cabal nunca va a introducir un nuevo sistema que los demás bancos en alrededor del mundo nunca han tenido. No lo van a hacer así. Tiene que haber una justificación por qué van a introducir un nuevo sistema. Y la justificación será crisis. ¿Acaso me estoy contradiciendo? No. La justificación se llama crisis. Y la crisis va a venir de un gran fiasco banquero. Un gran fiasco banquero. ¿Acaso me estoy contradiciendo? No. Los van a poner a todos en cero. No vas a poder ni comprar nada ni nada. Y entonces va a venir una gran revolución. Unos grandes disturbios en las calles. Exactamente como el pastor Dana Coverstone lo dijo en mi show en inglés. Él soñó de que los bancos, los techos de los bancos estaban completamente vacíos y de ahí salía todo el dinero. Ese es un misterio profético. ¿Por qué? Porque nos van a dejar sin nada. Nos van a dejar sin nada. Pero no. Tú crees en Nesara que Sara, ¿verdad? Que Sara. Eres tan idiota si crees en Nesara. Yo te lo he dicho miles de veces. ¿Tú crees que Nesara te va a salvar de esto? No. La justificación para que tú no vayas a pagar tus deudas va a ser que estás quebrado. De esto va a salir el Nesara que tanto te han dicho a ti. Pero tú vas a estar quebrado. Imagínate que pase el RV. Imagínate que pase el RV exactamente como está pasando ahorita. Un día tú eres rico y el siguiente día estás quebrado. ¿Quién te va a dar tu dinero de vuelta? ¿El banco? Te tengo que burlar de tus pensamientos para despertarte, porque te quiero, porque yo quiero que no te vean la cara de idiota, para que tú no te veas en esta mano de estos criminales. Por eso me río. Porque a ti se te ha dicho tanta mentira por tantos años que no quieres escuchar. Me atacan tanto en inglés y me atacan tanto en español, y cada vez que me atacan vengo probándoles todo el tiempo que estoy en lo correcto. Entonces, ¿qué haría yo? Yo no te puedo decir legalmente lo que tú tienes que hacer con tu dinero. Legalmente yo no soy tu consejero financiero. ¿Qué es lo que diría yo? Yo movería el dinero a una cuenta, a un banco que se llama Credit Unions en inglés. Ustedes le llaman cooperativas. Yo buscaría una cooperativa, pero antes de buscar la cooperativa, lo que yo haría es hablar con el gerente general. Yo me averiguara si no es propiedad del cabal, de un banco más grande. Todos los bancos grandes son propiedad del cabal. Entonces, cuando yo haría eso, yo ahorita moviera mi dinero. Yo no esperaría que pasara el RV. Yo ahorita moviera mi dinero y me fuera a una cooperativa. Porque los bancos del cabal van a servir solamente para una cosa: cambiar tu bendición. Eso es todo. Una vez que tú cambies, lo mueves al banco donde tú tienes todo tu dinero, tu cooperativa. ¿Acaso es seguro eso? No, nada es seguro porque estoy minimizando mis pérdidas. Estoy minimizando mis pérdidas. Porque probablemente voy a perder algún dinero, pero por lo menos no va a ser todo. Espero que hayas entendido. Si no me has entendido, por favor escríbeme a beniintelarbia.com. Okay? Now, guys, let me tell you something else. If you're going to move your money, just like me I did, okay, just like I did, then you're going to ask myself, then where am I going to exchange? We are going to exchange into the big banks. That's it. We are just going to exchange in big banks. Big banks are good to exchange, not to have your money. I will diversify my exchange through many banks. And when I say many banks, will be, if I don't find credit unions that many, hey, there's institutions out there. You gotta do some research. I will probably also, diversify my deposits in some big banks. Why not? But I will do it after I get the logistics. When I get the logistics, I hope that some of you people will wait for instructions. Wait for instructions. See that? When I take a look at the logistics, I will have a clear vision what's going to happen after we exchange. Not before. And when I get the logistics, I'll be happy to tell you what's going to happen. That's it. Okay? Acabo de decir de que los bancos grandes nos van a servir para cambiar, pero no nos van a servir para tener dinero. Lo que yo haría, esto es lo que yo haría. Yo diversificara mis depósitos de mi cambio a diferentes bancos. Si es que no alcanzo a encontrar tantos bancos de credit union, las cooperativas. Si no, pues yo también pusiera una parte de mi cambio en unos bancos grandes, no todos, o bancos fuera del país. Todo es legal. Pero eso lo haría dependientemente de lo que yo vea en las logísticas. Es un reporte. Las logísticas del cambio público. Cuando yo vea ese plan, cuando yo vea por mí solo esa logística del plan público, de cambio de divisas público, entonces yo me tomaría el tiempo para darles las instrucciones. Darles las instrucciones. No antes, sino que después. ¿Ok? Así que déjame explicarte una cosa más, pero déjame explicarlo en inglés. Alright, guys. So this is what I'm about to say. You can do whatever you want to do. You can accuse me because I'm selling my video. I'm renting my video called The Mustafa Meeting, The Results. If you are convinced that my intel is pretty good compared to the liars of the gurus, wait for my incoming special report called Mustafa Meeting, The Results. Because you're going to love it. Okay? It will be uploaded on Sunday. Today is Saturday. It will be uploaded tomorrow. Okay? Now let me explain this in Spanish. Para los que quieren ver mi reporte especial que se llama La Junta de Mustafa, los resultados, y a ti te convence que mi intel es un poquito mejor que las grandes mentiras que te han dicho los estúpidos gurús, te invito a que rentes mi video, La Junta de Mustafa, los resultados, y te va a gustar mucho porque te voy a traer intel muy interesante y más tarde se lo voy a decir otra vez, aunque muchos de los troles no les gusta que les diga. ¿Se los advertí o no? ¿Se los dije o no? Por eso es que me odian. ¿Ok? All right. So, guys, I want to thank you for your attention. It was really wonderful what I saw in this news. And share this video with your friends, people who you like to bless. The more people that they know what they're going to come out with. This is not the first time, guys. Okay, this is not the first time. I'm telling you the truth. The more people are well known, I want you to share my video. The more people that you need and you want them to protect their blessing. Regardless if you don't like me or you like me, the more people you will alert. Okay? Do it. I know some of you don't like me at all. Got it. I got it. I'm not a goal change for you to like me. Do it. Just share it. Okay? That's it. A toda la gente que me está viendo, y aún hasta los troles que no les gusto, hasta los que me atacan, yo te pido que compartes este video a más gente que tú quieras proteger. Si tú eres una de las personas que tú proteges a gente o quieres ayudar a gente, comparte este video. Cuando más gente esté alerta, más gente se va a salvar del gran fiasco que viene. Esta es confirmación de mi intel que vengo diciendo de hace años. Esto no es casualidad, aunque me odies. Alright, guys? So this is no casualty. This is no mistake. This is no coincidence. I've been warning you for more than 4 years. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless each and every one of you who watching my video. Muchas gracias a todo el mundo. Dios te bendiga a ti y a todos los que están viendo mi video. Cuídate y apártate de los gurús. Puerto Rico te quiero y nos vemos la próxima vez. God bless you each and every one of you guys. Get away from the gurus. Come to the kingdom of God. God wants to help you. God will use anybody, even a Catholic like me, even a sinner, a profanity mouth like me. He will use anyone he wants to because he's God. He does not limit to anyone he wants to use you. All right? Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.